Welcome to the Wealth Matters podcast, where investors come together to better understand how to build passive cash flow and create generational wealth without all the confusing mumbo-jumbo. Here's your host and co-author of Amazon #1 bestseller, Alpesh Parmar.
Welcome to Monday section of Wealth Matters podcast. I am going to talk about cryptos again today, or blockchain overall. As I have mentioned on Mondays, I talk about the experiments I'm doing or experiences I'm gaining from different types of investment. And a lot of time you hear about consensus mechanism, cryptos, etc. So I want to talk about what exactly is consensus mechanism. A distributed ledger is based on a consensus algorithm that supports the entire network and makes it decentralized. So basically a protocol is a set of rules that runs the blockchains, right? Basically how the nodes interact, confirm the creation of blocks. For example, Bitcoin itself is a protocol that works on the proof of work algorithm. Consensus is in blockchain is the agreement between the majority of users regarding the data distribution. The transaction confirmation is impossible without it. And a consensus algorithm is a kind of mechanism that stores the network rules and conditions necessary to reach consensus. Unlike in centralized finance, where there is one governing entity, right? So all powers belong to them, right? In case of decentralized entity like Bitcoin, all powers belong to validators, basically members of the network, right? So in other words, the validation of all information and the conduction of transaction in the blockchain is performed by all members sharing equal powers. This ensures autonomy and decentralization. So any blockchain has a consensus algorithm. Right now, Ethereum is based on POW, proof of work. Bitcoin is also on POW, while Tezos, XTZ, is on POS, proof of staking. So we'll explain all that here and why we, when we are mining, why we are looking at only proof of work, right? So what is proof of work or POW? Proof of work is one of the first and most popular algorithms to create a new block in the network. A machine needs to mathematically calculate the block's hash. The work is performed by spatial powerful devices that handle thousands of calculations per second. And these are called miners or mining machines like Bitmain, XVT, and even Intel is now getting into the space. The miner who finds the necessary value faster gets rewards and the right to create a new block. The algorithm is simple and reliable, but it also consumes a lot of energy, right? So this is why people talk about, why Bitcoin is using a lot of electricity, right? Blockchains and assets based on POW right now are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Monero, Dogecoin, etc., etc. Ethereum 2.0, which is supposed to come out this year, is going to move away from proof of work POW to POS, proof of staking. And this is the reason why a lot of you, when you ask me why we don't mine Ethereum, because we think it's going to move away from proof of work to proof of stake. So we don't want to spend money or invest money in an obsolete or soon to be obsolete technology. But that may change. We are right now looking into Ethereum mining as well. And I'll get to that at some point or when we actually announce it or we figure out. Then second consensus algorithm is POS, proof of stake. It's an eco-friendly alternative to POW, proof of work. The right to create new blocks belong to the validator with the largest share. In other words, the more funds that are on the user's balance, the more possible that the network allows them to generate a block. In POS networks, members don't need to compete and conduct complex calculations. Besides, such networks are much faster. Blockchain and assets based on POS right now are Tezos, Cardano, Polkadot, and as I said, Ethereum is planning to shift to POS in 2022. So these blockchains are where you can actually stake your assets with a validator, with someone who is managing a lot of machines, and you can continue to generate pretty much money out of it, right? So let's say Tezos, I'm staking them XTG on with one of the validator, and they are returning me 8 to 10%, 20% of XTZ per year, right? So I'm basically making money. So Now, staking allows individual investors to generate passive income, right? Cardano, ADA, you can do that. And I do that with a lot of other blockchain or cryptos as well. Third one is DPoS. It's a delegated proof of stake. It's pretty similar to POS. The fundamental principle of this algorithm is that members with bigger share get the right to choose a small group of validators that will create new blocks, right? And right now, there are not many blockchains. I think there is BitShares and EOS, which is the pretty much built on top of it. There is also proof of activity POA, that is alternative consensus method that combines POW and POS algorithms. The process of mining starts according to the POW principle, like miners calculate hash using spatial equipment. Once the block is created, the miners or the machines send data to the network and the system shifts to the POS algorithm. Some of the blockchains based on POA are Decred. I think its symbol is DCR, and VeChain, which is VET. There is another one called POL, proof of location, that implies the possibility of tracking digital assets. The member of the network are assigned indicators that make it possible to locate nodes synchronized with crypto. This system prevents scams and network failures. Some of the blockchains based on POL are Platin and FOAM, FOAM network. Now there are tons of them. Proof of importance is there, which is the POI algorithm. Blockchain based on it is NEM. POC is there, proof of capacity. It's an eco-friendly POW analog. The right to create block is assigned to a miner who has more free hardware storage, right? So the blockchain asset based on POC are Shia and Space Mint. There is also, if you can look at a POET, proof of elapsed time. Not sure which blockchains are using that or which famous blockchains are using that. There is proof of burn, POB. This is a system that allows burning tokens for mining, and now there are lots of blockchains or cryptos which are trying to get into this space as well. There's ones I know right now which are using POB are Slimcoin and Counterparty. So basically, consensus algorithm is an essential part of any blockchain, right? Its purpose is to maintain decentralization. And proof of work is where we can buy machines or mining equipment, and we can continue to mine coins like Bitcoins and Ethereum. So we are looking into that Ethereum mining because we think Ethereum may not go to proof of stake this year. And if it does not, we can at least use this year, mine, and the next year, if we can repurpose those machines we have bought, I think we can create a win-win situation. Let me know what you think of this video. It's too technical, but I wanted to give people an idea about what those different consensus algorithms are. So let me know what you guys think. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the Wealth Matters podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes so others can enjoy the show too. Have a great week and happy investing!